Hello there, this video is mainly for black people. So I had a revelation. I had a revelation when I was doing the Ginger J video, and I was wondering what it is about black men who admit they don't like black women because they're too feisty or they're too animated or they challenge them or make them feel less than. But they always go for the hair. And it made me think, why do black men who hate black women always go for the hair and the eyelashes and the makeup? And it dawned on me that these particular black men believe black women are ugly. They believe that they wear wigs and makeup to hide their ugliness. And by calling them out and telling them to take off their wig and go natural, they're more or less saying, let us see how ugly you really are in real life. That is what I think this is about. I strongly believe that that is the reason why they call black women out about wigs and weaves. Because if you think about it, women, especially the elderly, have been wearing wigs for donkey's years, right? White people, they wear wigs, they wear extensions, false eyelashes, lip fillers, boob fillers, butt fillers. Do they call them out? No, they don't. And a lot of black men have often said, we feel cheated. They see a black woman and she looks just like how they want their woman to look. She looks westernized. With her wig and the way these wigs are nowadays, they look real. You would never know they are not your real hair. The way that they can put on makeup these days, you would never know that that is not how they look. And so what happens is they like these black women when they look beautiful with the wig and the makeup and whatever else they do with their nails and goodness knows what. But what they don't like is when it comes off and then they see somebody totally different. Somebody who in their eyes is ugly. Has the natural hair, maybe their hairline is receding, maybe they have alopecia, maybe they've got thinning hair, maybe their hair is picky, who knows. But their worst nightmare when black men hate black women. I think that this is what this is about. Because it is only black men who claim and openly admit to disliking black women who go for the hair. When I was thinking about Ginger J, I was wondering, why did he talk about her hair? He spoke about her hair at the point when she said, she dissed him. She more or less said, look, I'm not interested in what you have to say. In other words, he felt disrespected because she would not allow him to say what he wanted to say. So he wanted to get back at her. And he said, your hair, what about your hair? Take off your hair. Take off your eyelashes. As if to say, take off your wig and show people how ugly you are, what you really look like. Trying to embarrass her. You see, when the thing is with black women, they don't wear wigs and makeup because they believe they're ugly. So that's the black man's projection on the black woman. A black woman wears wigs and makeups because she sees herself as a blank canvas that she can enhance, that she can accessorize, that she can do anything with. She can recreate herself. And because a lot of black women have exceptional talent and patience, because you need patience to be doing all that stuff. Patience I don't have, which is why I sometimes use filters. Well, I always use filters, to be honest, because I ain't got time to be putting on makeup and all that stuff. But those people who do, they take pride in the fact that they can recreate themselves into a work of art. And that is what they do. And yet you do see natural black women who look astounding. Would those black men look at them even if they look natural? No, they don't want them. They want the westernized look of beauty, but a lot of them don't want the westernized person. But they like that look. They like the long flowing hair, the hair that doesn't tangle, the hair they can put their fingers through. They like the woman who is calm, who is quiet, who is obedient, especially when she's black. They don't mind feisty white women. You know, I used to wonder about that because when I used to go to the mall, I used to see the way the white women used to speak to black men. I used to think, how do they put up with that? But they didn't see those white partners as doing anything wrong. Because that is not the issue. The issue is with black women. If a black woman spoke to him the same way a white woman spoke to him, he'd go off the rails. But any other nationality but black women can speak to black men any way they want. But with a black woman, all of a sudden, it's something, disrespectful, she's this, she's that, she thinks she's this, she thinks she's that. Because she's got this, she thinks, all the venom, the resentment comes out. And they really do hate black women. But they disguise it and make it look like they like them. But you can see how it seeps out. You can see how the hatred of black women seeps through. It seeps through in trying to control them. It seeps through in trying to keep them in their place. It seeps through in trying to subdue them. It seeps through in not allowing them to be themselves and express themselves. That's a black woman. That's a black man who hates a black woman. Because whatever relationship they had with their mother, she did not show them the love in the way they wanted to be loved or how they felt to be loved. So every woman after that pays the price. Every black woman pays for the price. And then a lot of these black men who hate black women, they tend to go for the worst type of black woman. The ones who are maybe on the street, the ones who's sleeping around, the ones who's got so many kids, so they can reinforce that negative stereotype and say, oh yeah, that's what all black women are like. And they deliberately go for those women so that they can say, yeah, that this is what black women are like. They're ugly, they're loud, they're aggressive. I'm sorry to put this video on everybody, but I just had to speak on it because I really think that that is the reason why black men who hate black women behave in the way that they do, with such hostility and resentment and anger. And all it takes is that black woman to say something out of line, and all that venom will come out, all that hatred will come out. Something to think about. And that's all for now. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.